It's going.
Okay, so winterizing, goal number one, get all the water out of the system. So you open up all the faucets so that you don't have a vacuum when the water's draining out. There are 3 drain valves. One here, and this will drain the water from the pump and the freshwater tank here. And then there's 2 over here.
Those there.
Right there. One for hot, one for cold.
Okay.
Lines. But don't trust those to drain the hot water tank.
Okay.
The hot water tank needs to be drained from the outside, and it's that white screw on the bottom that I showed you. And then be sure to open the valve, pressure relief valve on the top, so that it doesn't have a vacuum. The other, so get the water out. If you don't want to winterize, you want to extend your season, you know, open all these panels and put a heater in here, you know, radiator type heater, and you'll be fine. When you're ready to winterize, use the pink bubblegum RV water system antifreeze, and make sure it says non-toxic on it. It should be rated at -50. You don't have to dilute it, you put it in pure. And so what I'll do with that is plan on about 4 gallons of that stuff. And I'll use 2 gallons to pour down the drains. So just like your house, this has traps on it.
Yep.
And so if you haven't used it for a while and things start smelling a little bit, it's because the traps are dry. So, you know, just pour some water in there to shut it off. But also in the winter, you want to make sure you have antifreeze in the trap and not fresh water.
Yep. You
You also, because the drain, the dump pipes are outside, you want to make sure that you have antifreeze in those as well. And so when you're doing that like water purge, you want to dump your tank as well. And then I pour a gallon into the black water and a half gallon into the gray. And then you're gonna put some more in, because then you're gonna run that pink fluid through the pipes. To do that, you close off your valves, right? Because you don't want your expensive antifreeze going out to the ground. You close off your valves. You've already emptied this, right? I've never put the pink antifreeze in here because once it goes in, it's a pain in the butt to get out. You have to rinse it a long time. But if you want, you can. A little bit gets in there anyway with the bypass, but it doesn't take a long time to flush that out. So to use the bypass, what the bypass does is it prevents the water supply, which is coming in down here, from going into the tank when you're pumping in the antifreeze. The other reason you want to bypass, and the separate feed line that I'm showing you, so you don't have to put the antifreeze in your water tank. That valve will dump the water out of the water tank. When anything that's left in there, if it freezes, it's not gonna bust it. So to use this, right now the valve is set up so that the water supply line will take water in, because this is parallel with the line. To turn it off, you have to figure out which way it goes. In this case, it goes like that. Now the water is only running this way, it's not going in the bottom. There's another valve here where you want to make sure that the water doesn't, if you only do one valve, then guess what? Water's going to go in this top one and get in. So you need to shut this valve off up here. And again, figure out which way it goes, up or down. It goes down, okay? And now water coming in will only go this way and then through the lines. It won't go into your tank.
Makes sense.
I'll turn it back on because you're going to be flushing the tank later. Okay, so that's that part. Now the other piece, last piece. Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Old knees.
I know. I feel it too.
So is the bypass for the fresh water tank. So that's this valve right here. So right now the fresh water tank is on. The valve is parallel to the pipe, right? So water is going to come from the tank on this line up here and into the pump. When you're winterizing, this is after you've already dumped all the water out, then you turn it this way, and now the water supply is coming from this line into the pump. And you take this guy, you take your gallon jug of antifreeze, you stick this in the bottom and go and turn the pump on, and it'll suck this in and push it through all the faucets. And before you do that, shut the faucets and then open them one by one until you have the pink stuff come through. Hot, cold, hot, cold. Don't, for the shower, take the shower thing down and put it in the, you can either drain it into the drain, because you want the antifreeze in there, or you put it in the sink, and make sure you've got it all the way through the head, the shower head as well. Okay?
Wonderful.
And once you have pink coming out of the faucets,
Then it's
you're done.
You're in.
That's
Yeah.
it.